It is absolutely crazy here. You can see people are spilling out of the beer garden watching this game, and they are so excited. Tonight's 45-26 win over Amsterdam makes Troy 2-0, but head coach Bob Burns tells me it's not enough for his team just to win. He says they still have a lot to work on. A big win tonight for Stillwater's Warriors, 48-14 over Cannon-Joe-Harry Fort Plain. And Coach Ian Godfrey tells me he had a lot of things working well tonight. He said his players have been so consistent. There are several guys who just keep producing and making big stops. They capitalized on some penalties tonight as well. This is a huge win tonight for Fonda Fultonville over Watervliet, the 20th ranked team in the state. After the game, I asked them a little bit about their halftime routine. They were out here getting really hyped up on the field, and both the players and the coach say it's super important for them to make sure they are getting in the game.
This year, I think we made a lot of changes to get our team very into the game, and it works.
Our kids just keep battling back. They have great character. They just keep fighting.
After the game, coach said, you know, this team doesn't get a lot of respect, but they play really hard. They're very resilient, and they're trying to come out and do their best each week to win. Reporting in Watervliet, Erika Leigh, Spectrum News.
All right, Erika, thank you for that.
The Siena men looking for a bounce-back win at home on Thursday. Hi, everyone. I'm Erika Leigh, and this is the Toyota Sports Report. Siena men's basketball team coming off its first conference loss of the season. The Saints are looking to get back on track Thursday, hosting St. Peter's at the TU Center. Siena hoping to keep its undefeated home record intact, and it's really on the road where the Saints have struggled. Siena is 0-6 away from the home court advantage, but they know down the stretch this season, getting results on the road is a necessity. Off the court and over to the ice, consistency is key for the RPI men's hockey team. The Engineers have won 3 of their last 4 games, and now they're readying for a little New England road trip to face Brown and Yale this weekend. The Union and RPI men meeting in the 8th annual Mayor's Cup Saturday at 6 p.m. The Dutchmen looking to hoist that trophy for the 4th straight year. Last year's game ended in a tie, but Union won the trophy in a shootout. Obviously, this group does not want to be the ones who lose the trophy to their rivals, so they know how special it would be to bring home the hardware again. The votes are in, and Derek Jeter is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Hey everyone, I'm Erika Leigh. Welcome to the Toyota Sports Report. Jeter is the 13th first ballot Hall of Famer in 7 years. Alex Cora now out as manager of the Boston Red Sox. This just one day after the MLB commissioner's report detailed Cora's extensive role in developing, participating in, and encouraging players to take part in impermissible sign stealing as bench coach for the Houston Astros. Siena men getting ready to hit the road this weekend for 2 games. The Saints looking to finally end their winless streak on the road. They're 0-9, and this could be the road trip the Saints finally get that road win. They've been playing really well in this recent stretch of games, including a dominating win over Quinnipiac. They say they're seeing a lot of improvements in the way they're playing right now. A big Suburban Council battle between the top 2 teams in the Blue Division. The Eagles hosting 15th ranked Shenendehowa. A tight matchup between these two into the second frame. It's Will Shea to Jake Reinish. Reinish makes it look easy for free. Plainsman up 22-18, and this is where they start to pull away. Shen up 34-20 at the half. After the break, Eagles' Zach Zonka finds Will Davis. Davis hits one from all the way downtown. Shen lead cut 34-25. The Eagles fans like that one. Third quarter, ball inbounded to Luke Lavery. He takes his shot beyond the arc, and it's nothing but net. Bethlehem trying to find back. Logan Yohe in traffic. He goes up for 2, but it's not enough. Shen stays undefeated in the conference, winning this one 67-54. After the game, head coach Tony Zika says he knew they were in for a tough matchup in this one, but that second quarter was key.
And there's your guy, Ricky McGill.
But 4 years ago, Spring Valley native Ricky McGill wasn't your guy.
The conversation was pretty blunt. He wasn't working hard enough as a freshman for my standards, and at the end of the year, it's like, if you're not going to pick up your work ethic, find a new school.
MAC Coach of the Year Tim Clue says he told McGill he was going to bring in players better than him, and he'd never get the chance to play.
Hey, everybody knows this. I ain't play as much. I just had to come back the next year, the following year, and work my tail off, and then that's what I did. Now I'm here.
He came to me and goes, Coach, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to work a lot harder, and I'm going to be a player here.
Working a lot harder not only earned the senior a spot as a starter, but the 3rd most minutes in the league overall this season, MVP honors on Monday night, and a spot in the MAC record books as the first ever player to head to the NCAA tournament 4 years in a row.
So proud of him. his effort on a daily basis, he plays so hard, and you see him out there giving it his all. What I really think, he became a leader of these guys late this year. I almost had a heart attack when I looked around and Ricky's telling guys what to do and where to be.
But McGill says he's just a piece of the puzzle, crediting his teammates, Kluse, and the rest of the coaching staff for also putting in the work.
We came so far. What was we, like 2-9, 0-9, something like that, but it just showed, like he told us, just keep going hard. We're gonna get to where we want to be.
And Kluse says it might just be a game to some, but he believes there's more purpose to his playbook.
Now it's easier for them to sit there and say, you know, I remember when at Iona I worked really hard, things worked out, so maybe if I do this in the job market with my family, whatever it is they're going to try to attain in life, you know, that they can have success afterwards, and that's why I'm really happy for them.
In Albany, Erika Leigh, Spectrum News.
It's not unlikely to see a kid holding a lacrosse stick on 125th Street.
It all started in 2008. A Teach for America participant working in a Harlem school teaching special education math was struggling to get his kids engaged. He introduced lacrosse as a way to encourage and motivate his students in the classroom.
I would say maybe 10 years ago, people would look at you like you're crazy in that area, and they would have said, you know, what is that sport?
High school sophomore Dan Lugo says he discovered lacrosse as his family prepared to move out of a shelter and into a new apartment.
I saw it was a mixture of like soccer and football, you know, with six. Nothing I've ever seen before. And I fell in love with it.
Lugo got his first stick in 7th grade and joined Harlem Lacrosse. He was one of more than 24 players who spent the weekend in the Capital Region. It's the 3rd year in a row families of lacrosse players at Shaker have hosted them.
We get to meet new kids that are from other parts of the state, but that still love the game that we love.
It doesn't matter where you're coming from, everyone loves the game equally.
I look forward to it every year. It's a great experience. The kids are the nicest boys.
The kids took in a Siena game on Saturday and participated in a clinic with the players on Sunday. Beyond the sport, the Harlem Lacrosse program is heavily focused on academic success.
Being able to come up to Siena College and see college lacrosse and understand it's a sport they're playing with kids that look like them and athletes that are doing the things that they're doing, and I think it's starting to put these goals and these dreams much more in their heads.
While the weekend is centered on learning new skills, teamwork, and the potential opportunities in the future, the kids get a little something more.
If you keep playing lacrosse, you're going to see each other.
I love the family that I'm staying with because the dog is amazing, their house is awesome, and their kids, they're like my brothers.
Reporting in Latham.
I think this weekend's beyond lacrosse. You almost think of them as your family.
Erika Leigh.
1, 2, 3, family!
Spectrum News. The field and stands at Casey Stadium are mostly empty, but not for long.
Where's my tickets? Hold on. They're in here somewhere. So I got a few here. We hope you guys will come out to the game.
Absolutely. Thank you, Coach.
Coach Greg Gattuso and some of the Great Danes football players stopped by to visit with local first responders Wednesday and give them tickets to their Hometown Heroes game September 21st.
I think it gives our players a little comfort level with police and fire and EMS, that they understand there's great people that work in these fields. And with the way the world is now in society, there's so many issues that they have to deal with.
One of those stops to give away tickets included the McCowanville Fire Department, which helps serve part of the university's campus.
We have the opportunity to give back. I think it's important.
But that isn't their only connection to UAlbany. He looks a little different in bunker gear than a jersey, but that's Great Danes basketball sophomore guard Antonio Rizzuto. He volunteers at McCowanville Fire.
Basketball is very, demanding, so is school, but there's still some other free time that I have to be able to do stuff like this. I want to maybe help people and give back a little bit. It's something new. I never really pictured myself in this position, and it's just, it's just something that kind of happened for me.
Rizzuto says a friend asked him to come down to the station during last season and try some drills. That was all it took.
It's like a family here as well, so it's somewhere where I can get away from if I want to get off campus a little bit.
Coach Will Brown says he's inspiring others in athletic programs across the university, and for that, he couldn't be more proud.
The only challenge for me would be is if there's a minute or two left in the game and he hears the fire alarm go off and he runs out of the arena. But, other than that, I think it's terrific. Anytime he's available and he can get here to help this fire department and help this community, he's here.
Reporting for Your Morning Albany, I'm Erika Leigh.